106 Brown Bag Mornings. Good morning to
morning.
you. Oh, we have Ice Spice in here. Ice, I wanted to ask you this question because your real name is Isis.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry that all your info is like literally out in the world. You know what's crazy? Okay. You know how there's like Nardwar interviews and he's the one that knows all these ins and outs. Now everyone is Nardwar. Everyone knows where you were born, how many siblings you have, what your dad did, how like where your mom's at.
How they
it's
met.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But when you would be in trouble, would your mom call you Isa? Like how would she say Isis? In trouble.
She would say Isis too.
Isis?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm in trouble, my mom was like, Leticia! When they're like, she's here already, I was like, Leticia, hurry up! I yelled at myself. Hurry up!
Nah, but she called me Ice like growing up.
Yeah.
Like on
like
some regular, just
casually. Oh, lovingly. Oh, you had one of those. She had a loving mom. Oh, no, mine just yelled at me. Mine just yelled at me.
And she gave you cute names. Yeah. My mom would call me like sack of bones or something like that in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Hispanic people are very like brutally honest about like your weight.
Your nickname, yes. Right? Your nickname is something about you that's wrong.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes.
My dad would call me like donkey teeth.
Oh,
like I swear, all in Spanish, but it's love.
What does it
say? Oh no, dientes de caballo, which is horse teeth.
Yeah.
Don't look at my teeth now.
Baby comes Hispanic. You know they're trying to.
I know.
I have like a holiday birthday. I was born Thanksgiving. And that really sucks because I think people are celebrating me. They're not. They're just there for the turkey.
That's how I am.
You have the New Year's birthday.
So nobody's celebrating me at all. At least some
they even count down to your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some
like, but everybody celebrates New Year's. So.
What about during school, Ice Spice? Would you have to do your birthday either before or after? Especially December, it's full of holidays.
You know what's crazy? I used to be so jealous of all the kids that would get their like little cupcakes and stuff at school. But as I got older, I would be more grateful that I was actually off for my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, because like they would be able to show the balloons and everything at school.
Yeah, show off. Everyone gets
Everyone
to tell you
sings
happy birthday. Yeah.
Give them little gifts and stuff. But yeah.
No, it's cool to have you in here, Ice Spice. The album is Y2K, and we're talking actually about the Olympics. I don't know if you saw, but Dr. Dre was saying that he would do archery when it came to 2028. If they have volleyball in the Olympics, could you or would you even think of like, hey, let me see?
I'm way too short for that. Like in reality, you know, like playing volleyball in high school was fun. We were also short and cute, but. I'm pretty sure the Olympic girls are like 6 feet tall. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tall as fuck.
That still didn't stop you from trying though, because I'm sure you still did it at school.
Yeah. Oh my God. Why do I have a hole in my pants?
It's okay. It happens. We can see it.
Yeah. We can
Start it. Take a photo of you with a hole in your pants. More girls are gonna put holes in their pants.
That's what happened with Mean Girls. Remember when they cut their bras and their
hilarious?
Yes.
That can be you, trendsetter.
You don't play volleyball for fun anymore? You don't just try to get on the court?
I have a volleyball at home, and I like just like pepper with myself.
Yeah.
And like the wall.
That's
but
like
not really. I miss it though a lot, like so bad.
You know, Ice Spice, when I'm looking at you, you're a baby girl, but you're also the oldest sibling.
Yes.
I was watching how you had a journal and you would write stuff down, right? I used to have a journal, low-key, because there was a movie called Harriet the Spy, and she low-key talks shit about everybody in the journal, just kind of like the Mean Girls one.
Yeah.
If you were to write in your journal, would you have to hide it from your siblings? Because I'm sure they would try to see what's going on in your life.
My journal is locked away. Like
Sheesh.
in a like I have the key in here actually.
Oh, okay.
For the
no one can touch it.
No one should be touching it. But you know.
Yeah. How was it growing? I'm sure I know that they're half siblings. I have half siblings too. And it's like almost like my favorite kind of siblings, because it's like you can go with your dad or you can go with your mom, but like we'll see each other when we do, but the connection is right there. How was that for you?
All of my siblings are half siblings. I'm like the only child from both my parents. So I do kind of feel like an only child sometimes.
Yeah.
But the love is, I would say, equal like to having a full sibling, but I literally don't know since I don't have a full sibling.
Right.
But I'm assuming I love them the same.
Yeah. I love them all the same.
Because you grew up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the same thing with me. Like my sisters, like I have 2 older sisters, and I grew up with them, and I don't see them as my step sisters.
Or like half, yeah. But then my siblings are like full siblings.
They're siblings with each other.
Gotcha.
They're like full siblings with each other. So I feel like they favor each other more.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And then you're like, over there.
And that's why she became Ice Spice, so she could be the favorite. Hey, like me now. Look at all this cool stuff I'm doing.
Right.
I know that you just dropped the collab that you have with the Billionaires Boys Club, but then I also saw that like during the pandemic, during COVID, you actually worked at their warehouse.
Yes, I did.
That was like a full circle moment for you.
It was so full circle. Like, honestly, I was just talking about that the other day. But I love Billionaires Boys Club and just like their whole swag. Like, I love how they just have so many different things, like house pieces and just everything for like, it's so unisex too.
Yeah.
And very 2000. So that's definitely why the collab came about. My outfit's kind of 90s. I said I look like Fran today.
Fran Drescher. Why do you not know the Spice Girls? Isis. But you know Fran Drescher.
She's so cunty. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. She's a cunty. She's like brat. Is that a new word? Do you use that word?
She's brat.
Yeah. All right, Ice Spice, we have you in here. Y2K is the album. It's cool to listen to. You know, I think one of the funniest, I guess, abilities that you have is that you're able to take people's criticism in stride. I'm still gonna be really cool. I'm still gonna do what I do. I think you made so much headlines with your fart lines. But another incredible rapper also makes headlines with fart and shit lines, and I'm talking about J. Cole. Have you listened to, I know you've seen the comparisons.
I feel like not just like me and J. Cole, but I feel like so many rappers make those type of
I don't know why they've typecasted you though.
Because I'm me.
That part.
Yeah.
I love that. Because
yeah.
you're the main character? Duh. But I have J. Cole fart lines and shit lines. Okay. And I want you to tell me if there's Ice Spice approved, okay?
Okay.
One of them is like my favorite fart lines. I want to see if we kind of align, okay? So he said, "Hey, this is big shit poppin'. You gonna need a plunger." Yeah. It's okay. You can pass. Okay.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She put up with this shit like she work at the zoo.
That's a good one.
You know, at the zoo, there's animals.
They're picking up the.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Okay.
That's good.
They say I'm like the human body. I produce my own shit. Because he produces his shit.
That sounds like a double one I would say.
That's my favorite one. That gets Ice Spice approved. Okay, I have one more.
You don't even want to say it.
I don't. I'm just these.
You don't want a shitty one?
No, I don't.
It's so funny.
All right, no. Okay, when he says,
please say it.
"I'm on that shit as if I was the flies." You get it? Because flies go on.
That's the best one.
That one, J. Cole. Yeah. I love it. I love it. You gotta own it.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching your performance at the Palladium last night. It's beautiful that you're out there and your stage presence, no matter what, people are looking at you. Ice, they're there for you. And I think you've come a long way from like seeing you on these Rolling Loud stages. You low-key had to learn everything. You had to learn your stage show as the world was watching. Initially, they were really mean. You know, and now,
still mean.
Yeah, but I feel like now, like you've just kind of been like on your, I'm owning this. How have you gotten to that point of like, I guess being young in the game and heavily criticized to now you're a little bit more in deeper and you're like, this is my world?
Well, I think a big part of it comes from being like from New York and just like growing up in New York and New Yorkers could be very like critical and judgy and stuff, which I do appreciate because I feel like that's why it is one of the best cities in the world, because everybody's so like just like pays attention to like every little detail. But I think also you just kind of get used to it a little bit, like too, you know what I mean? I've been getting like I've been getting hate since like 2021, like since I first dropped my first song ever. It was like instant hate.
And that didn't make you reel back. Could it be because you have like a musical parent? Like I know your dad was a DJ, correct? He did music, did rap.
Yeah.
So like because you had that, or you were just like, this is what I want to do regardless if I get good like feedback. Some people, they would get the bad feedback and be like, all right, this isn't for me. I'm done.
You know what's so funny? I'll never ever forget. I had dropped my first actually my first song was like received pretty well with like my super small fan base at the time.
Yeah.
But then by the time I dropped my second song, it was like it went like viral on Twitter, and like I was getting like basically a lot of backlash. And I remember I was in my friend's house, and it was just like my quotes, like my notifications were just going, and everything was negative, and I was like, my heart was beating so fast. Like I was like, oh my god, I was like panicking. And I remember my friends calling me like, hey, I'm seeing like online, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Whole time I had to turn off my phone because I was so hurt that like I like couldn't believe it. Like I was just in a panic. But then like something about it I liked, like it gave like me some adrenaline. I don't know what it is, but I was just like, kind of like this feeling. And
let me go back and let me give them another one
and read the comments again. Yeah. So I just like, I don't know, maybe I don't really care. It's whatever.
And in that moment where you're like, I'm gonna make you guys even more mad. Or was like,
nah, it was just I realized like, okay, I'm getting a lot of attention, my followers were spiking,
right?
I'm like, okay, so clearly with like this negativity comes like some type of positive, you know. I think a lot of like negative just equals positive at some point.
I kept thinking about the slogan, the keep talking shit, you're making me famous. That's literally
that is kind of what happened. Like people like shit talked me into fame, really.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I love that. When I first got hip to you, shout out to Rob Markman over at Genius.
Yes, shout out to him.
You were deciphering your lyrics. You were talking about Munch. And I think that, to me, what I loved about it, it was like, yes, I'm still going to dissect these bars. Like, these are still bars. You can laugh at them. You can clown them. This is what Munch means, you know? You made that word bigger than I've ever seen it be, you know? Do you think that there is even a pressure to come up with the next Munch? Like to come up with the next like word, because people are up on you like, what is Ice Spice saying? Okay, what did she say? All right, boom, that's it.
That's funny. No, I think it just kind of happens like as it happens. Yeah. But I'm just so grateful that even like that Munch even exists. And for me, that's already like a big enough word. Like,
bruh,
where I hear it all the time, like people are always rapping about it and like referencing it and stuff like that, which I do appreciate like a lot when people like reference me in their songs and stuff. But I'm just having fun at this point. Like I feel like the pressure has been like relieved off of me. I think I just felt so much more pressure earlier on, but now I'm just like, this is my life. Like this is my job. This is what I do. Like at first it was just like, oh, what's next? Like, what are we gonna do? Da-da-da. And now it's just kind of like, this is what we do, bro.
Yeah,
like,
let it flow. Yeah. And I think a lot of it too is that, I guess, that position of gratefulness. Yeah. You being like, I'm gonna just be thankful for whatever comes. It's gonna be who I am. Yeah. And we want to talk to you about, I think there was a photo with Peso Pluma.
Yeah. So during the VMAs, I know you took a picture with Peso Pluma, and like I know people have been asking you like, hey, are you guys gonna have a collab? Yeah. What did you guys talk about?
We were just congratulating each other. I remember we were just like, congratulations, like on all your success. Yeah. And it was just like, a lot of love. But, that's cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. Do you speak Spanish?
Like I speak Spanish. Like my grandparents don't speak English, so I always have to talk
to them in Spanish. Yeah, or else it's disrespectful and they think you're talking about them. Yeah. If you're speaking English, my grandma was like, if you're speaking English, that means you're talking about me. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, they wouldn't even understand really if I even tried to speak to them in English. But my mom, she speaks to me in Spanish, but I answer her in English. Yeah. So I'm like one of those.
No, it's okay. You're fine. We call them no sabos. We're no sabos all the time. Yeah, that's my little coconut. Especially me. It's my little coconut over there. Brown on the inside, white on the. White on the inside, brown on the outside.
Yep, there you go. Not one word of Spanish right here. Yeah,
that's funny.
But you understand it. It's just like you gonna talk back in English.
Exactly.
There's such a big fan base that sees themselves when they see you, you know, in that representation, whether it be the Afro-Latina, us, the Dominicans, and even us being Mexicans. When we talk about like Hispanic rappers that are female, that's you, Ice Spice. You know, so just the representation that you hold, it's I've seen even flags like DR flags, and your face is there. You're like the president now. Does that trip you out?
Nah, I love that. That gasses me up so much. Yeah, I was in Denver and girls were like holding up their phone and it was like the Dominican flag. and they're just like going like this just so I can see them.
That's so tight. You're gonna be on a saint candle. We're gonna have you. We're gonna have you up and light you up.
I love those. That's so Hispanic. I'm crying.
No, Ice Spice, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. You have LA cousins now. You're our prima.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys for your energy.
Of course. It's Brown Bag Mornings. Come on.